Good evening, children. Today we will discuss about heredity. This is the 8th lesson in our textbook. Heredity, from the parent to progeny. From the parent to progeny. So in this lesson we will discuss how changes occurs from parent to progeny and how we are same as our parents. So in this lesson we will discuss about how we are same as our parents and how we are differ sometimes when compared with our parents. So here we are discussing two things. First one is how we are same as our parents and how sometimes some variations are occurs between our parents and us. Okay. So differences and also similarities. So these two will be discussed in this entire lesson, right. Before going into the lesson, I would like to discuss a primary fundamental points about the lesson. You have to keep your concentration on the lesson, entire lesson. Okay. Please let me tell you fundamental steps before going into the lesson first. Okay. You know, if it is organism, it is made up of a number of cells. It is made up of number of cells. Organism is made up of number of cells. So cells contains number of chromosomes. Number of chromosomes. So organisms are made up of cells. Cells contains number of chromosomes. A lot of materials are there in the cell, but we are going to discuss only chromosomes in the cells. In chromosomes we can find characters and these characters are contains traits. These characters are contains traits. Traits contains allele or allele. Traits contains allele or allele. So in this manner, organisms are having cells. Cells contains chromosomes. Chromosomes contains characters. Characters contains traits, and traits contains alleles. Let us deep discuss about these things. Okay. So here cells are always contains number of materials, number of organelles within it, but when we are discussing about heredity, we have to discuss only chromosomes. You know, chromosomes are part of nucleus. What is this? Nucleus. Chromosomes are part of nucleus. So nucleus is a part of a cell. So here we are discussing about chromosomes, which is part of a nucleus. You know, chromosomes are usually made up of characters. Chromosomes are made up of characters, and you know, these chromosomes are having genes within itself. These contains genes. Genes are genetic materials. Genes are nothing but genetic materials. Once again, organisms contain cells. Cells contains nucleus. In nucleus we can find chromosomes. Chromosomes are made up of genes. Chromosomes are made up of genes. Within genes and chromosomes we can find characters. You know, we are regularly using mobile phones. In mobile phone we can store 150, 200, 300 movies in that. Okay, in this manner our characters also decoded or coded in these genes and chromosomes. So a number of characters we have, but these all characters are coded in chromosomes. So here characters are coded in the chromosomes, characters are coded or hide in the chromosomes, and each character have traits. Each character have traits. What is trait? Trait indicates the character first. Trait indicates character first. Let us discuss about a character. Character. Color of the hair. Color of the hair. This is a character. This is a character. Okay. If we talk about traits, red color hair, red color hair, black color hair. So red, black, these are traits. So traits are part of character. Here character is color of the hair, but red and black, these are traits of a character. These are traits of a character. Then what is LL? Then what is LL? LL is a part of trait. LL or LLE is a part of a trait. Let us discuss about LLE. Usually the LL is a factor which indicates the trait. LL is a factor which indicates the trait. Okay. Here red and black traits are usually identified with the alleles. Identified with the alleles. Let us identify them. R. So these are factors usually identify with them with English alphabets. And black. This is also allele or allele. So here BB is a factor. This factor is called allele. These alleles are indicating the traits. So trait is a part of a character. So character containing traits, traits containing alleles. Alleles are usually identify or represents with two alphabets. Here BB is allele. Every allele contains two alphabets. We use it to represent allele with two alphabets every time and always. Okay. So BB means black, RR means red. Okay. So this is called allele. So allele is indicating trait. Trait indicates the character. Okay. Character is containing traits. Okay. Trait is nothing but color, red color, black color is a trait. Here allele is nothing but the factor which is showing the trait, Okay. So here we are discussing about how the organ is made up of. Organism is made up of underlevelly allele, trait and characters and chromosomes and cells, and these cells are made the organism. This is we should know before going into the lesson. So entire characters are depend upon the genes and chromosomes. Entire characters are depend upon the genes and chromosomes. Let us discuss about human body's chromosomes. Human body chromosomes. You know, our body contains crores of cells, but every cell is containing 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes. Every pair of chromosome is containing our characters. Character means height of the organism, color of the hair, shape of the eye, and the strength of the muscle. So these are characters. These all characters are decoded or coded in chromosomes. In this way, our body is containing crores of cells. Each cell is containing 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes. In our body, each cell and every cell containing 23 pairs of chromosomes. These 23 pairs of chromosomes we can represent like this: 23 2n chromosomes. 23 2n chromosomes, which means 23 pairs of chromosomes are there in each cell. 23 pairs of chromosomes are there in each cell. But sperm cell and ova, these are also cells, gametes, but these are also cells. But these two cells are only having 23 chromosomes. 23 chromosomes. This is also have 23 chromosomes. So these 23 chromosomes we can represent like this: 23 and chromosomes. 23 and chromosomes. In sperm cell and ova or ovum, we can only see 23 chromosomes only in human being. Except sperm cell and ova, every cell is containing 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes. Among these 23 pairs of chromosomes, 22 pairs are autosomes. And one pair is allosome. When we discuss about sperm cell or ova, they contain 23 autosomes and one allosome. You should learn this one. So in our body, 22 pairs of autosomes and one pair of allosomes are there in each cell. In ova and sperm cells, we can see only 22 autosomes, one allosome. There is no pairs. All you know, if sperm cell and ova fuses or combines or mates or fertilizes, then zygote forms. Zygote is a cell. When ova and the sperm cell fuses, then zygote will forms. This zygote will do mitotic divisions and will make a complete developed baby after 270 days. Okay. So we should know one thing first. This is sperm cell. This is ovum. It contains 22 chromosomes. That means autosomes, and one allosome. This one allosome can be represented like this. This one chromosome can be represented like this. I already told you every allele is represented with two alphabets, English alphabets. Here we have XY alleles, XX alleles in female, XX alleles in female, and in the sperm cell 22 autosomes are there. One allosome or sex chromosome. This is also sex chromosome. We can call this as sex chromosomes. So this allele or this allosome can be seen like this: X and Y. So in the ova there is 23 chromosomes. In sperm cell here 23 chromosomes. When ova and sperm cell fuses, and sperm cell fuses, combines or fertile. Then the baby will come like this. If X allele combined with X, XX, female baby will comes. So here we are discussing about sex determination. Here we are discussing about sex determination, how sex determination is happening in human beings with the help of chromosomes, So in this entire lesson we will discuss about only chromosomes and how it is responsible for the changes in progenies and offsprings. Okay. So here X and X alleles combines, then XX will forms, which means the female baby will comes. If Y combines with X, then XY, which means male baby will forms, Okay. If X combines, again XX, female baby will forms. If Y and X combines and XY, male baby will form, male. So XY is represent male, XX is representing female. So here the sex determination is held under the Y chromosome, which is only present in male sperm cell. So only Y chromosome or Y allele is responsible for the sex determination. Sex determination is only works under sperm cells Y chromosomes. If the Y chromosome combines with the X chromosome, then XY will combine and make male babies. So in the sex determination, which chromosome is plays major role? We can say that Y chromosome is plays a major role in sex determination in the human beings. So in the sex determination, chromosomes are playing major role, in which Y chromosome is very actively participating. Okay. If Y chromosome is combined with the X chromosome, then XY will form and male baby will form. If the X chromosome combined with the X chromosome, then XX, female baby will forms. Okay. So this is about sex determination, and in the sex determination the chromosomes plays a major role. So in this lesson we are discussing about only chromosomes and characters. Here the chromosomes are participating in the sex determination. Generally we are discussing about chromosomes. These chromosomes are mainly of two types again. They are dominant and recessive. So characters in the chromosomes are mainly of two types again: dominant character, recessive character. Let us discuss about a character with the help of these lines. So characters are mainly of two types: dominant to recessive. Or traits are mainly of two types: dominant or recessive. Dominant and recessive characters. For example, we are talking about red and black color hairs. If the vava or mother chromosome, if father chromosomes have red color hair, this is a trait. Red color hair is a trait. If the mother have black color hair, so these two characters are carry forwarding with the chromosomes. So, when these two characters, when these chromosomes fuses or combines, then one of the chromosome or one of the character will comes in the next generation, or next offsprings. So, here the sperm cells are carry forwarding the characters which already discussed. Red color hair is containing father chromosome and black color hair is containing mother's chromosome. When these two characters are combined, then one of them will comes in the next generation, For example, if XX chromosome combines, then XX will female baby will form. All we know that. If the red color hair is dominant, then the baby will have red color hair. If the black color hair is dominant trait in the mother, then the baby will have black color hair, which means two type of traits are coming from the mother and father. Among these two, if anyone is dominant, then this dominant character will comes in the next generation, So, in which is suppressed, which is dominating by other, that is called as a recessive character, If the red color is a dominant character, then black color is a recessive character, So, recessive character is nothing but a hiding character in genetical manner, and whereas red color is a dominant character which is visible, which is appearing outside, Like this, traits are of mainly two types. They are dominant trait and recessive trait, or dominant character or recessive character. So, recessive characters cannot be appearing out, they are hiding in the genes, whereas dominant characters are appearing outside by forcefully stopping the recessive characters. In this way, the traits are of two types, dominant trait or recessive trait. We can say this, dominant character or recessive character. So, we should know one thing. We just like, for example, if I talk about me, I am looking like as my father. Why? Because I got entire characters of my father. So, when I talk about my parents, my father's chromosomes and characters are dominant. That is why his characters are came to me. In this way, which chromosomes or which characters are dominant, they will be appear in the next generation or offsprings. Some characters which are not appearing in the next generation, they are hiding in their cells, in the cells of the offspring. So, some characters coming outside, they are called as dominant characters. Some characters are not coming out, they are hiding in the cells, they are called as recessive characters. It should be very clear. Okay. Let us discuss about heredity lesson. This is only a rough structure about the lesson. If we know about the chromosome, then only you will learn clearly about the heredity lesson. That is why I am just telling about outlines about the heredity. Okay. So, we discussed about organism. The organism is made up of cells. The cells are made up of chromosomes. Chromosomes are having characters. Characters are containing traits. Traits are containing alleles. These are nothing but factors. These alleles are generally represent with English letters. So, RR, big R's are there. This means red color, BB. This means black color. We are just representing with these English letters only. Okay. If I use RR, it is called homozygous allele. If I represent RR, this is called as heterozygous allele. heterozygous allele. This is called heterozygous allele. Why we should use capillars? Why we should use capillar and smaller for alleles? This may be a doubt. We will discuss about these letters in our lesson further. Okay. So let us discuss about heredity lesson. We are going into the lesson right now. Okay. We are going into the lesson right now. So, why we are same as our parents? Due to heredity. Heredity is nothing but passing on of characters, mental or physical characters genetically from one generation to another generation is called heredity. Once again, passing on of mental or physical characters from one generation to another generation is called heredity. For example, passing on of my father characters to him to me, from him to me is a heredity. Once again I am repeating, the passing on of mental or physical characters genetically from one generation to another generation is called heredity. So, I just like my father, I looks like my father due to heredity. So, here the characters of my father is came to me. So, the passing on of these characters, is nothing but a heredity. Okay. So, heredity is reason to we are same to our parents. Heredity is reason to we are same as our parents. So, this is only reason why we are same as our parents due to heredity. Let us discuss, sometimes we are differ when we compare with our siblings or your brother, your sister, like this. For example, my eyes are brown in color, my brother's eyes is black in color. My brother's eyes is black in color, my eyes are brown in color. So, here we are siblings, he is my brother, own brother, but my eyes are different. My eyes are brown, his eyes are black. So, this is difference. This type of small changes are called, small differences are called variations. Let us discuss about the definition for the variation. Differences between very closely related group of organisms, are called or referred as variations. For example, very closely related group of organism is my brother or my father or my sister. So, my eyes or my ears or my hair is differ when compared with them. So, this is called variation. Although we are human beings, although we are belongs to same family, my eyes and their eyes are different. So, this type of small differences within very closely related group of organisms is called variations. So, here variations and also similarities are occurs due to the cause of chromosomes which are present in cells. So, chromosomes are only reason for the differences and similarities. Here we are discussing about heredity. Heredity means passing on of character from one generation to another generation. This is called heredity. So, we are same as our parents due to the cause of heredity. The characters are coming from your parents to you. This is called heredity. And why sometimes we are differ from our parents or brothers or sisters? Due to chromosomes also. These differences are called variations. Is it clear? So, these are main differences between heredity and the variation. Sometimes in some species, variation may leads evolution. For example, all you know that human beings came from apes. Apes means monkeys. Okay. So, several years some changes occurs in the ape species. Then after millions of years, after millions of years, the human beings is arises. So human being is came from the apes or monkeys. Okay, here a lot of changes, a lot of variations occurs in the generation to generation, generation to the generation, generation to the generations. Then lastly the human being is came from the ape. So here the small changes, small differences leads to evolution. Evolution is nothing but changes in characters, changes in characters, changes in characters in successive generations. In successive generations is called evolution again. Okay, changes in characters in successive generations is called evolution. For example, once upon a time there was a ape, and there is a lot of changes occurs, and then the human being is came from. Okay, here the human beings came from the ape. So lot of changes are there, lot of variations are occur there. That is why these all variations and changes leads to evolution. Evolution means a change. So ape here, and this here the man is here. So man is came from the ape. So this is called evolution. This is called evolution. So we will discuss about how many scientists are worked about knowing the evolution and the variation and the change like this. So in this lesson we will be discuss about scientists which were mentioned in our textbook. Several scientists were worked about knowing the variations and evolution like this, but very few scientists are mentioned in the textbook. These scientists will be discussed in this lesson. Okay, let us note down about one by one. First one, Mendel. Gregor John Mendel. Then Darwin, Malthus, Alfred Wallace, and Jean Lamarck. Watson Crick and Charles Lyle. These are scientists mentioned in our textbook. These are scientists mentioned in our textbook. Let us discuss one by one. Everyone worked on how variations are occurred, how changes are occurred, how evolution is occurred. So to know this evolution, these all scientists are worked. Let us discuss about Gregor John Mendel first. Gregor John Mendel, he is a monk. And he had done his all experiments in monk, what you call that, garden, monk's garden. Okay. So let us discuss about Gregor John Mendel. He had done a number of experiments about knowing variations and evolution, and he had observed more than 10,000 pea plants for his experiment. 10,000 pea plants for his experiment. So he has chosen a pea plant for his experiment. With the help of the pea plants, he had done all his experiments, and in his life he had observed more than 10,000 pea plants for his experiments, and 36 varieties. 36 varieties of plant he had observed. 36 varieties of plants he had observed in his life for knowing evolution process. Okay, so 10,000 plants and 36 varieties of plants he had observed in his life. And finally, he had concluded three theories. They are called as law of dominance, law of segregation, law of segregation and law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. These are three laws mentioned by Gregor John Mendel. Okay, he had concluded three laws: law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. Okay, so before announcing these laws, he had observed a number of lily plants. Already you know that, and how he had worked on the plants. Let us discuss about that. Okay, first he had chosen two pea plants, which gives yellow color seeds, which gives green color seeds. When cross pollination occurs between yellow color plant, green color plant, and green color plant, then the next seeds or next plants will have only yellow color flowers, yellow color seeds. So here yellow color, green color plants are cross pollinized, but in the next generation only yellow color seeds were come. When he did the self pollination in the F1 generation, then yellow color and green color these three type of seeds will come in the F2 generation. So here he had done one type of experiment. In this yellow color and green color plants are taken for the cross pollination. When he did the cross pollination, then the yellow color seeds will come. When he did the self pollination in the F1 generation, then yellow and green colored seeds were come. How it happens? Let us discuss with the help of the table. Okay, he first taken pure yellow color seeds and green color seeds, then capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y. So in this way only yellow color seeds were come in the next generation. Why yellow color seeds were come? Here Y, capital Y and small y. So capital Y is indicating or representing only yellow color and small y is representing green color seeds. When these combines, only yellow color seeds is came in the next generation. So here capital Y, that means yellow color is a dominant trait, Here small y, that means green color is a recessive trait, So in this generation 100% in the F1 generation 100% yellow color seeds were come, If he did the self pollination, if he did self pollination within the F1 generation, then capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y, then what will come? Let us see. So here big Y's are 1, big Y and small y's are 2, and small y and small y is 1, Here YY is 25% and capital Y small y is 50% and small y's are 25%, small y's are 25%. So here capital Y's and capital Y small y and capital Y small y, these three are looks like yellow, whereas these two small y's are looks like green only. So pure green is only 25%, pure green is only 25% and pure yellow is only 25%, pure yellow is only 25%, whereas it is looking like yellow, but it is itself having a green color within it, that is called 50%, that is called 50%. Here in this we can see 75% of seeds are in green in yellow color, 75% of seeds are in yellow color, only 25% of seeds are only green color, okay. So if we discuss about phenotype and genotype in this, phenotype and genotype, phenotype is nothing but the appearing characters. In this we can see 75% of yellow, only 25% of greenish we can see there, 25% of greenish we can see there. So in the F2 generation, what is the phenotype ratio? Then we can say 75% and 25%, each is indicate like this, which can be represented like this. 3:1 is a phenotype ratio in the F2 generation. 3:1 is a phenotype ratio in the F2 generation. Is it clear? So in this 75% of seeds are in yellow color, only 25% of seeds are in green color. Okay. Let us discuss about genotype character. Genotype means the genetically designed characters within the seeds. The genetical designed characters in the seeds are called genotype characters. So let us discuss about genetical character. Pure yellow is 25%, that means 1%, and it is looking like yellow, but it is itself having green color within it. This green color is recessive character. That is why it is impure yellow. Impure characters are 50%, that is indicating like 2, and pure green is 1%. Pure green is 25%, that can be represent like this. So what is the ratio? What is the genotype ratio in the F2 generation? 1:2:1. 1 is pure yellow, 2 is impure yellow, and this one is pure green. So this is outer look only. So phenotype means appearing character, outer look, that is 3:1. What is the phenotype ratio in the F2 generation? 3:1. Okay. What is the genotype character in the F2 generation? That is 1:2:1. 1:2:1. Phenotype ratio 3:1. Genotype ratio 1:2:1. Phenotype means appearing characters, that means 75% of yellow, 25% is green, that is indicating 3:1. And in the genotype character, pure yellow is 25% and impure yellow is 50% and pure green is 25%. 1:3:1. This is ratio. So phenotype ratio is 3:1. Genotype ratio is 1:2:1. 1:2:1. If we talk about phenotype ratio in the F1 generation, 100% yellow. If we talk about phenotype ratio in the F1 generation, that is 100% yellow. If we talk about F2 generations, phenotype ratio 3:1. If we talk about genotype ratio in the F2 generation, 1:2:1. Is it clear? I don't discuss about this one again and again. Okay. Let us discuss about law of dominance, which is told by Gregor John Mendel. Gregor John Mendel. He said that in each character there are some traits. Every trait have some factors called alleles. Some factors called alleles. These are called alleles. These are called alleles. Among these alleles, one of the allele is dominant when compared with other one. When compared with other one. Okay, this dominant character is continuously are appearing out in the generation to generation, generation to generation. In sometimes the recessive character may comes out, but he said that dominant character and recessive characters are there in each trait. Dominant character and recessive characters are there in each trait. Here the dominant character always dominates the recessive character. That is why the dominant character will comes in the next generations. Is it clear? So he only said that law of dominance within this he said that traits are having alleles. These alleles are two types. First one is dominant, second one is recessive. Dominant character will comes out on the next generation. A recessive character is dominating by the dominant character. It is suppressing, is controlling by the dominant character. So he simply said that traits are two types, or alleles are two types, dominant or recessive. Dominant character always try to comes out. It is always control the recessive character. So he said that only. He said that this thing in the law of dominance. In the dominance, one dominant trait is always dominating the recessive character. He said that enough. And second one is law of segregation. Law of segregation is nothing but the same characters passing on from one generation to other generation. The same character as it is passing on from one generation to another generation is called law of segregation. For example, my father's eyes same like me. If my eyes just like my father, then this character is as easily comes to me from my father. This character is as easily come to me from my father. Okay, this is what segregation, law of segregation. So law of segregation is a part of heredity, but here he said that law of segregation is a one theory in which a character as easily carry forwarded by one generation to another generation, This is what he said in the law of segregation. For example, my mother's nose is very sharp. If the nose shape came to me, if the shape of the nose of my mother came to me, so this is also law of segregation, which means the character as easily came to me. So in this the scientist Gregor John Mendel said that if a character as easily came from one generation to another generation, that is called law of segregation. Clear? And third one, law of independent assortment. We already discussed about chromosomes in human body. He did the experiment with the help of pea plants, but I am telling about only chromosomes. It is better understand when we talk about human beings chromosomes. That is why I am using human being chromosomes. Okay, if we talk about chromosomes are 23 pairs in every cell in human body, except sperm cell and ova. If the chromosomes contains 23 type of characters, the single character cannot be come with the next generation. If it is come, it is pulling another character along with this. For example, if a red color hair is a character, if it is come to the next generation, it is dragging another character with this one. So that is height of the person, or teeth shape of the person, like this. This is also another a character. So while a character going with to the next generation, if it is take another character, it is independently select itself another character. while it is going, if the character want to go the next generation, while it is going, it selects another character to go with this one. So in this way, it is itself select another character to go the next generation. So this is called law of independent assortment. The characters are there, the characters, they are they self select, what character have to select, So in this way, he said the characters, while going from one generation to another generation, he can only, or it can only itself select another character to going with this character. Okay. So this is called a law of independent assortment. So this is three laws of Gregor John Mendel. These three laws are set by Gregor John Mendel with using pea plants. Why he had chosen pea plants for his experiments? There is a few reasons for that. Okay, the Gregor John Mendel is observed 10,000 pea plants in his experiment, and 34 different varieties of pea plants he had observed, not 36, 34 varieties of pea plants he had been observed, and he had chosen pea plants for his experiments due to they are annual plants, and bisexual plant, and early hybridization, and predominant self-fertilization. And this is bisexual plant, annual plant, early hybridization, predominant self-fertilization, and fifth one is also there, that is called bisexual plant. Is that completed? Well-defined characters it has. Well-defined characters. These are 5 characters the pea plant have. So these 5 characters are very advanced characters for his experiment. That is why he had chosen pea plants for his experiment. Annual plant, bisexual plant, early hybridization, predominant self-fertilization, and well-defined characters. Okay, and also he has chosen 7 pairs of characters for his experiments. These 7 pairs of characters are very contrasting characters. They can clearly appear outside. That is why they are called as contrasting characters. So he had chosen 7 contrasting characters. He had chosen pea plants due to they have these 5 characters. So why do he chosen pea plants? Because they are annual plant, bisexual plant, and early hybridization, and predominant self-fertilization, and well-defined characters it has. That is why he had chosen this one. But he had chosen 7 pairs of characters. Let us discuss what are they. First one is color of the flower, and position of the flower. Next one, color of the seed and shape of the seed. Then color of the pod. Shape of the pod. Then the position or length of the stem. These are characters. 7 pairs of characters he had chosen for his experiments. Okay. So let us discuss what are the pairs of characters. What are the pairs of characters? First one is dominant character, second one is recessive character. So this is only observed by Gregor John Mendel. So flower color purple is dominant character, white is recessive character. Within his observation, within his experiment, purple color is dominant character, white color is recessive character. And position of the flower, axial is a dominant color, dominant trait, and terminal, which means apical parts of the plant, terminal means these branches. So these are terminal, but apical parts are called terminal parts. Okay, so color of the seed, yellow is dominant, green is recessive. Shape of the seed, round is dominant, wrinkled is recessive. Color of the pod, yellow is dominant, green is recessive. And shape of the pod, round or smooth, and wrinkled is recessive character. Length of the stem, short is a dominant character, long is recessive character. Short is dominant character and long is recessive character. So these are 7 pairs of characters chosen by the Mendel for his experiments. Okay, so what contrasting characters chosen by the Mendel? These 7 characters. If the question comes like this, what 7 contrasting characters chosen by the Mendel, then we have to answer this: color of the flower, position of the flower, color of the seed, the shape of the seed, and the color of the pod, the shape of the pod, and length of the stem. So these are 7 contrasting characters chosen for his experiments. Why do Mendel choose pea plants for his experiments? Then we have to answer this only: annual plant, bisexual plant, and early hybridization, and predominant self-fertilization, and well-defined characters, right? Like next, we will discuss about Darwin. So Darwin is a well-known scientist. He had observed a number of things, and he wrote a book also, Origin of Species. In this book, he mentioned that how natural selection is held, how the natural selection is happening in the nature. Okay, so let us discuss about Darwin. He discussed about only natural selection. So while he is going to the Galapagos Island with the help of HMS Beagle. This is a ship which he used for the traveling of Galapagos Islands. Okay. While he is traveling, he observed that finch birds. Some finch birds' beak is very short, some finch bird beak is very long. So on the basis of their food sources, their beak shape is different. So on the basis of the food sources, on the basis of their habits, the body structures are different, which he had observed. So generally he said that natural selection, the nature can only select which one is the best to survive. For example, 100 deers are there, one line is here. Which will be survive? The line only will be survive. These deer, they are collapsed, they are died maybe. So here he said that the strongest person, the strongest animal, the strongest thing can be survive. Okay, this is only held by the nature. So the nature only select the strongest one, that is called the natural selection. So a simple question: Who said that natural selection theory? The only person, Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin. Let us discuss about Malthus. Malthus said a theory. The theory is nothing but the population shows geometrical progression and the food sources are shows arithmetical progression. Once again, the population shows geometrical progression. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 like this, and food sources shows geometrical progression and arithmetical progression. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this, which means the population is growing when the food sources are very slowly growing. So, sufficient food is not there to the population. So, in this way, for the food sources, population will fight each other. Then the thickest one, the strongest one will only survive. So, the Malthus theory is telling us that population is growing in the geometrical progression and food sources are growing arithmetical progression. This is theory told by the Malthus. Let us discuss about Alfred Wallasey. Alfred Wallasey. He is a scientist. He is also worked on the natural selection theory. Natural selection theory. The Wallasey and Darwin together wrote an article in the Linnean Society. Linnean Society. This is a journal of Linnaeus. So, Alfred Wallasey and Charles Darwin together wrote a journal in the Linnean Society. Right. So, he is also worked on natural selection. And Jean Lamarck. He said that inheritance of characters. What is inheritance of character? For example, the deer want to survive in a what do you call okay. So, here Jean Gregor Lamarck, he said that the theory called inheritance of acquired characters, in which the characters which we want, we can prepare, we can synthesize, we can develop, which means we can develop which character we needed. For example, giraffes. Once upon a time, giraffe's neck is very short. When the food sources are not enough in the forest, they used to try to stretch their neck like this. Stretch their necks like this. That is why for a few years or some more years, the neck of the giraffe is growing, then it is reached to get the food sources in the forest. In this way, they are themselves developed their neck strength, their neck height. So, in this way, the characters of the organism can be developed themselves. That is called inheritance of acquired characters. This is said by Jean Lamarck. And after Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, we will discuss about Watson and Crick. Already we are discussing about the structure of the chromosome. In the structure we can find genes. In the genes we can find DNA. What we find? DNA. So, DNA is a part of a gene. A gene is a part of chromosome. So, the DNA structure is identified by the Watson and Crick. The structure of the DNA is double helix. So, what is the structure of the DNA? Double helix structure, which is observed by Watson and Crick. You know, DNA is a part of gene. Gene is a part of chromosome. Chromosome is a part of nucleus. Nucleus is a part of cell. A cell is a part of the organism. All you know that. So, the chromosomes are having genes. Genes are having DNA. Okay, DNA structure is observed by Watson and Crick. For his observations, together Watson and Crick, they got a Nobel Prize. Okay, about Charles Lyle we will discuss. Charles Lyle write a book that is called Principles of Geology. Principles of Geology. So, who wrote the book Principles of Geology? Charles Lyle. Charles Lyle. So, these are scientists mentioned in a textbook. We already discussed about all this one. Gregor John Mendel, he said that three theories. They are law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. Darwin, Charles Darwin, natural selection. Malthus, population shows geometrical progression, whereas food sources shows arithmetical progression. This is said by Malthus. And Alfred Wallace, he said that natural selection. Together, Darwin and Alfred Wallace together worked on natural selection, wrote an article in the Linnean Society also. And Jean Lamarck, he worked and he said that a theory called acquired characters inheritance or inheritance of acquired characters, which means the character which we needed we can synthesize, we can develop. This is theories told by the Jean Lamarck. And Watson Crick, they identified the structure of the DNA. DNA is a part of a gene. Okay. And Charles Lyle, he wrote a book, Principles of Geology. In this book, he said that a natural selection process. Okay. So, this is the book written by the Charles Lyle is impressed by the Darwin. So, Darwin was impressed by this book. What is the book name? Principles of Geology. Who wrote this? Charles Lyle. Charles Lyle wrote a book, Principles of Geology, which is impressed the Darwin. Darwin was impressed by the Principles of Geology book. Is it clear? Next, we will discuss about genetic drift and microevolution and macroevolution. Some difficult concepts are there in the textbook. We will discuss one by one. Okay, I will write down the side headings. After that, I will explain that. Okay. Okay, let us discuss one by one. These things are mentioned in our textbook and very important. Okay. So, genetic drift. Genetic drift is very important definition in our exam. So, genetic drift is nothing but changes in the frequency in genes, changes in the frequency in the genes in a small groups or small species is called genetic drift. Once again, genetic drift is nothing but changes in the frequency in genes within a small species, is called genetic drift. Okay, if the question comes is the changes in the frequency in small groups is what? Then we can say genetic drift. And let us discuss about microevolution, small changes within the species. We discussed about genetic drift. This is frequency in the change, but here small changes within the species is called microevolution. Small changes within the species is called microevolution. Let us discuss about macroevolution. Large scale changes among the species is called macroevolution. When macroevolution occurs between the species, then new species will form. Once again, microevolution is nothing but small changes within the species, and macroevolution is large scale differences among the species. If the macroevolution occurs, then new species will form. Once again, let us discuss about macroevolution again. So, large scale changes among the species is called macroevolution. When the macroevolution occurs in the species, then new species will form. Right? Let us discuss about types of evolution. Okay. Here I would like to say two things: homologous and analogous organs. So, homologous and analogous organs. In some animals, for example, human beings, we use our hands to grasp the material, whereas in the tiger, the tigers used to run with their legs, and also blue whales, they use their fins to swim, and also bat, it uses its patagia for the flying purpose. So, we have to know one thing: these all things are limbs forelimbs or hind limbs, like that. These all limbs are used for different purposes, but the internal structure is same. The internal structure is same. For example, tiger legs, human's hand, and whale fins, and bat patagia. So, internal structure of tiger leg and human hand, and also whale's fins and patagia of the bat is same. The structure is same, but the purpose of the using of organism is different. Structure is same, the function is different. The structure of the internal parts are same and the function is different. That type of organs are called homologous organs. Same in structure, homologous organs, same in structure, different in function. Here the structure of these all things are same, but the function is different. This type of organs are called homologous organs. Same in structure, homologous organs. This is a small code. Same in structure, homologous organs. Okay, this is called, this type of evolution is called convergent or divergent. Divergent evolution. Divergent evolution, which means the organ's internal structure is same, the function is different. That type of organs are showing a divergent evolution. The structure is same, function is different. That type of organs are called homologous organs. If the organism have homologous organs, it is showing divergent evolution. Let us discuss about SSA, analogous organs. Here the structure is different but function is same. Structure is different, function is same. FSA is better. FSA, function is same, analogous organs. For example, patagia, and also wings of dragonfly. Wings of dragonfly. Dragonfly wings are very thin in the nature. Bat patagia is thick in the nature. The structure is different, but the function is same. They are used to fly with the help of patagia and wings. So here the function is same, but structure is different. This structure is different and this structure is different. So when compared with the bat patagia and dragon's wings, the structure is different but function is same. So this type of organs are called analogous organs. If the organs showing analogous organs, if the organism showing analogous organs, that is called convergent evolution. So convergent evolution only seen in analogous organs. Analogous organs is nothing but different in the structure, same in the function. Different in the structure, same in the function. Different in the structure. For example, dragonflies wings and bats patagia. Once again, convergent evolution seen in analogous organs. Analogous organs are nothing but function is same, structure is different. Function is same, structure is different. And another concept, fossils. Fossils are nothing but remains of ancient forms. Are evidences of ancient forms. Ancient forms means long ago they lived on the earth. So the evidences, if available in the nature, they are called as fossils. The study of the fossil is called paleontology. The study of the fossil is called paleontology. The study of the fossil is called paleontology. Once again, the study of the fossil is called paleontology. What is fossil? The remains of the ancient forms, the evidence of ancient forms are called fossils. So for example, if we keep a leaf in the earth will contain the venation of the leaf. The venation of the leaf is a fossil. In the same way, dragons long ago lived on the earth. If the dragon's skeleton system available in the nature, the skeleton system of the dragon is a fossil. Okay. So, fossil is nothing but remains of the ancient forms. Okay. Next, discuss about vestigial organs. Vestigial organs are nothing but old forms, old things which are remain same, which are remain same. For example, in our body 180 vestigial organs are there. In our body 180 vestigial organs are there. For example, pinna of the ear, this is a vestigial organ, and a nipple of human beings, male human being, nipple of male human being. And appendix also a vestigial organ in our body. Appendix combined with our alimentary canal, which is mostly useful in elephants and also buffaloes, like this herbivores. Mostly use this this part. This is mostly useful for digestion of the cellulose. We mostly avoid the cellulose food material, that is why this is not useful in our body. Okay, this is not useful in our body. So, useless things, useless organs in our body are called vestigial organs. Useless parts in our body, there is no use with that organ, but it is remains in our body, that is called vestigial organ. In our body 180 vestigial organs are there, 180 vestigial organs, like pinna of our ear, and also nipple of male human body, and also what do you call right now, appendix, right. So, here vestigial organs are 180 in human being. In some people some tails are there when they birth. Some babies are born with tails, that is called atavism, Some babies are born with tails, that is called as atavism. Atavism nothing but ancient forms remain same. Ancient forms remain same in the human being. Once upon a time we are just look like monkeys. We are came from monkeys, apes. Okay, they have tails. The tail is again appearing in the baby. That is called atavism. So, atavism is due to vestigial organ. Okay. Human being is a moving museum. Why we are considering into a moving museum? Because we have 180 vestigial organs. In museums, the old things may be placed. In the same way, in our body also some waste things are there. There is no use with that. So, that type of organs are called vestigial organs. Our body contains 180 vestigial organs. That is why our body is considered as a moving museum. And study of fossil is nothing but a paleontology. And the connecting links, we will discuss about connecting links. All we discussed about how changes are occurred, how variations are occurs, why we are same as our parents, and we are discussing about only characters and chromosomes and evolution. These all things are discussed in our lesson today. Okay, here we are discussing about connecting links. So, once upon a time there were dinosaurs. These dinosaurs are developed and convert into birds, are developed into birds. This is called evolution. So, in our textbook there is a connecting link, that is called Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx is a connecting link which look like a reptile and also a bird. And it is containing reptile character and bird's character. In the evolution process, it is not losing its characters belongs to the reptiles, and it is developing into bird. So, in this type of examples, we can easily say that evolution had occurred. Due to this evolution, birds are coming from the reptiles. So, this is a connecting link. Archaeopteryx is connecting link between the reptiles and the birds. This is best example for the evolution process. And Diopithecus, this is the oldest form of the human beings. At the starting of our lesson, I told you that human being came from the ape. Ape is nothing but a monkey. So, the oldest form of the human being is Diopithecus. This Diopithecus is nothing but ape. Diopithecus is nothing but ape. After some years or millions of years, some changes are occurred in the human being, then the modern human being like us, our body is developed. Okay. So, the oldest form of the human being is Diopithecus. Thank you very much.